past companies that I've worked with, the idea is to hold on to your position. You don't want to let anybody else take it. Well, then you're not going to move at all either. And so the idea is trainee replacement. I was involved in hiring Damien out of college, and to mentor him, been watching him grow has been something that's been really exciting for me to watch, and someday he'll be in my position. And that's just a sign of a healthy company. It's everybody's growing, maturing, contributing, and I mean, that's how you grow and you don't remain stagnant.
When you come to work, you have a sense of pride. I think that anybody who's worked in an environment where you don't have that, you know, do you want to go to work that day? You know, and I think about that. I do. I look forward to going to work because I know that I'm going to work for a team that is professional, and I think that they all work 110%.
It's the best job I've ever had. I don't say that lightly. People want to work here because of what we represent, because we're not just interested in doing the mechanics of consulting and just sticking people out on a project. That's not interesting. I'll get bored, and I don't like to be bored, because then you got to go.
In a way, making beer is art. If your love could be your job, then what else could you ask for? You know, you spend a third of your life working. That's the thing that you notice quickly when you get here, because it's like, oh, this is about something deeper. This isn't just about paychecks and benefits.
We go out there and we see death sometimes on a daily basis. Sometimes you have to go out in the field and you have new patients come on and you don't have time to process the grief that you're dealing with from the patient that you lost yesterday. And so you have a team that's able to help you with that process. And to know that you have that is wonderful, because not everybody has that.
In my previous job, I did a lot of creative work. And even though my specific role here isn't in a creative design type of role, I feel like the solutions we provide for people are creative in their own way. We're allowed to really think outside the box and bring something new to the table. And I feel like our leadership team really allows us to kind of run with our ideas, try new things out, and see what we can do with them.
I think it's important because it gives you confidence in your work, and it makes you really feel like Edelman is invested in you as an employee. Edelman trusts you to make the best decisions, and it gives you confidence that you are doing the right thing and you're able to push the boundaries of what is possible, and you're able to bring new and creative ideas to the table and go outside of the traditional PR box a little bit, and it's still okay. And it's encouraged and it's exciting.
There's not a lot of boundaries and guidelines around what it is that we can and can't do. If it's relevant, if it's right for our clients, we absolutely are empowered to make that real and to make that happen. And it's nice to know that we're not out there by ourselves, that we're part of a bigger team, that we're part of a larger whole, and that we're very supported in that.
I would say my favorite part about working for this company is that the owners that I work for have very high integrity, and know that what I'm doing and who I am does not have to be compromised in my work. And I've seen that played out in how they treat the patients, how they treat the parents, and how they treat their employees.
My favorite part about working here is that you are more of a family than you are a company. One of the nice things about being a smaller business and being a privately held smaller business is that you get to make decisions more in terms of what's good for the people and not just what's a good process or what's good for the company or what's good for the customer. You can be more holistic about it, and you don't always get that at larger companies.
I've worked for R&H for 14 years. I just loved everything about it. They've pushed me along. Sometimes I wanted to stall out and I was like, I'm happy right where I'm at this level. I was kind of prodded forward and said, no, you can do a little more, and that's what I've done. To be pushed like that sometimes made me nervous. Honestly, I feel really lucky.
I think getting pushed means challenge. Challenge means growth. Growth can be uncomfortable, but in the end, I think that as long as we are improving ourselves as people and as professionals, I think that that makes a more rewarding workplace environment, and also making sure that we are pushing each other in a big train. You know, it's not a matter of really leaning heavily on one group of people or one particular practice. We're really in it together, and I think that the last couple of years really reflect that philosophy for us. We've really pushed our people to think bigger, to think further, and really to work together as a team.
It's important to have these type of perks in an office to, keep the masses happy, of course, but it's always nice to have a break. It really helps to give people an outlet and a place to connect with each other outside of around their desks. We have a lot of folks who will Rather than maybe having a meeting in a conference room, they'll have a meeting over a game of ping pong. And it's just, a better outlet for a lot of those types of things.
The leadership does empower us to do whatever we need to do to keep people engaged, to get them to understand our mission and our vision. Our mental health team, they made these snow globes that have our vision words in it, and they did it as a team activity. I know it sounds silly and goofy, but reality is work gets exhausting, and you've got to find a way to tie in what our goal is and keep it fun and keep it real, but also get the work done. And if you can find that mix and make people feel like it's okay to have fun, you're gonna get more work out of them. That's the truth.
What it means to me to work for a company that allows me to grow is that it affects everything about me as a person. That means that I don't come to work and feel that I'm at a dead end. It means that I can say one day, you know what, I think I want to go to management now. That means that I have a voice in this company, and I can create in this company, and I can learn and grow. And guess what? I bring more to the customer when I feel that way, a lot more.
Getting back to that continuous improvement core value, that doesn't just go for our products and our services and the way we treat customers. We look at that, the way that associates should be looking at themselves and their personal development. So I'm taking a class right now. I would never be able to afford this class, but with the tuition reimbursement through SWAGELok Northwest, I can do that. So development is a huge part of the way that your success is kind of looked at over the year. It's not simply the how much wood did you chop.
So the professional development here at Eisler, we're pretty raw coming out of school. There's still a lot for us to learn, and so they give us an opportunity to do both sides, tax or audit. And I've recently declared that I wanted to work tax just because I really enjoy that aspect, and I really was happy that I was given that ability to go through the professional training. They involve us as employees to help us learn better, and I just feel more a part of the team now,
I feel more effective working as a donation program manager at Nicosi than I did as a social worker. And that is because the intentions are so pure from the top to the bottom here. We really are concerned about the communities we're distributing in. And so every day I feel filled up with happiness about my job.
It's a job that every time I pick up the phone, I make a difference in somebody's life. And every night when I go home, I've done something that changes somebody's path in the universe.
I've been in corporate life since I was 19 years old, and I'm getting up on what they would call the long tooth. And when the day comes I have to step aside, I'm truly going to miss these people. They have become not only my employers, but they have become some of my best friends. And that's unique. I never really had that before in a corporate business. The only regret I have is I don't have another 30 years to go.